The 33.
Here we go.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Where are you from, Inkster?
To the air, Williams. And this one's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw, Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Williams. He'll try and do this himself. And he is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Roma Dunze, 35 yards. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The return now by Alford. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Penix working out of the gun here. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. Open net is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A play fake. Now Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
2nd and 6.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, 43 yards. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That would officially go as a loss of 7.
You know when I could tell this was going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Williams. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Well, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First down.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Now they'll audible to something else. Operating from the gun, Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to them. 15 big yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen. Swift. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Williams. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll go. Here's Williams. He'll try to do it himself. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Here's Williams throwing to start the drive. He's going to let it go again. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Williams, a final shot before break. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play in this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now we go from
a one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Picked off by Deshaun Wright. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. On first and 10, it's Swift. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Williams looking to do it himself. Touchdown! Roller-Dunze. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 49-yard line.
Looking to throw Penix. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a give right side Swift. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second and 9 from the 44. Looking to throw. Williams. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They will run straight ahead with Swift to about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Operating from the gun, Williams. Pass caught by Burden. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Luther Burden, 26 yards. And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. There's the right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Robinson up the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here's 1st down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll run with Robinson. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for two.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point.
They'll try and throw with Penix. And he is in for the two. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game.
Bradley Pinion.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
He'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's back to throw. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Hey, you got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
Here's 1st and 10. To the air, Williams. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Well, that clock had run awfully low. Now, obviously, no hesitation. Bring out the field goal unit. Try to win it.
And no one happier about that clock stopping than the field goal unit. Now, they can take their time, get set, and try and execute what they need for the game-winning field goal.
Santos for the Bears field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A 47-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And after the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means he'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. Final 2 seconds. This is it.
Let's go now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.